What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Monday. Good morning and welcome back to Love for Crypto. I'm Scott and it's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume content, so thank you. In the past few years, we've spoken a lot about the IMF. We've spoken a lot about the IMF, the W3C, the World Bank, absolutely almost everyone, to the point where they got a little bored of talking about it because they just kept going on about cross-border payments when we know the bigger picture is cross-network settlement of assets in the Internet of Value is one way of putting it. Cross-network settlement, not no cross-border payment. They're still keeping people brainwashed with currencies. Currencies, not assets. There's a massive difference, guys, between a currency and an asset. A currency is an IOU. It's basically a piece of paper or a coin or something that's been given by a corporation or a company or a government that states, oh yeah, well, that's an IOU of that value. Now, they used to be able to pay it. And in the 40s, they completely turned the world on its head in Bretton Woods. You used to have a gold standard, and after Bretton Woods, gold standard started being removed. It just did. It's why they now call it the petrodollar. We've done this. We've covered this. All I'm going to do now is read a little bit of information that's dripping out. Take it with a pinch of salt, man, because we all know that the Bretton Woods meeting wasn't all the greatness that they all say it was. It was for them, not so much for the rest of the world. So the IMF have announced 18th of October, the Bretton Woods moment needed to save the economy and Bitcoin too, with question mark. Just like the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1944, governments around the world must work together to help save the world economy. Have you heard me say that the Americans and the people at the top were sucking the gold in during the war before America actually joined in? After that meeting, it was all done and dusted, mate. The head of the International Monetary Fund this week called for a new Bretton Woods moment. The IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva said Thursday at the annual meeting of the IMF's Board of Governors that governments must cooperate to glue the global economy back together after it fell apart this year due to the pandemic. Yeah, right. It was due to the pandemic, wasn't it? Because no one else saw it coming. Yeah. Today we face a new Bretton Woods moment, a pandemic that has already cost more than 1 million lives. How can we seize this new Bretton Woods moment to build forward a better world after the pandemic, said the IMF chief. She highlights 3 imperatives: implement the right economic policies, invest in people, and tackle climate change. That's on the IMF Twitter. If you want to go and watch the little video, it'll only be a 2-minute one, won't it, on Twitter. The Bretton Woods Agreement was signed in 1944 by 44 allied nations. Its signatories agreed that exchange rates would be pegged to the price of gold, amongst other things. The agreement was abandoned in 1973, but showed that economic cooperation can help nations through strife. So this is what I mean. Like, you try saying that all your currency is going to be pegged to a certain amount of gold, and I think it just didn't go. It just didn't go the way it was. So when you're talking about something that didn't actually be held up, we don't need another Bretton Woods moment. We need a brand new fucking system with brand new people in charge if we need to have it right. And the people need to be told the truth, that it was bad banking, it was bad business, it was bad economics that's caused the crash, and they're masking it with a flaming virus. The IMF predicts that the pandemic will shrink the world's economy by 4.4% this year and remove 11 trillion of economic output by next year. And I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere else that has actually already happened. So is it going to happen? Is it happened? Well, you don't even know what to believe anymore, me. Once again, we've faced 2 massive tasks to fight the crisis today and to build a better tomorrow, said Georgieva. Georgieva said in the statement that governments must adhere to 3 imperatives when considering how to save the global economy. First, issue the right economic policies. Second, invest in people. Third, focus on climate change. Economic policies should be tailored to each country's needs. However, she urges all countries to move towards greater debt transparency, increased creditor coordination, as well as private sector support. By investing in people, Georgieva is talking about investing in healthcare, closing the gender pay gap, and expanding internet access to every corner of the globe. Closing the gender pay gap. My days. My days. Does anyone out there actually still believe there's a gender pay gap? And I'm generally asking the women, because the guys are probably going to be, no, I don't think so. Acting like Gabby Logan, whatever she's called, deserves the same as fucking Gary Lineker on Match of the Day. You're talking out your ass. You're talking out your ass. Don't talk to me, right? Like the same amount of men would watch if you had 3 fucking women on there, all ex-Arsenal players. No one gives a shit. No one gives a shit if your wife used to play for Arsenal. Give a shit. Or if your brother played for Arsenal. Yeah, fucking out. Suck his dick. It's football mentality with a man. It's just the way it is. As for the imperative to address climate change, Georgieva said that climate-related disasters in the last decade, just for a bit of clarification, the women's football doesn't make as much as the men's football, otherwise they'd be paid the same. The ratings when a woman does Match of the Day wouldn't be the same as the ratings when a man does Match of the Day, so they're not going to earn the same. So if you break it down into a percentage of what the show actually earns, a man does deserve more. Now, I'm guessing if it was about hairdressing or some shit like that, you're not going to want Gary Lineker presenting it, and it would work the other way. So let's just, like there's actual discrimination there, it's just the market speaks, and we fucking deal with it. As for the imperative to address climate change, Georgieva said that climate-related disasters in the last decade add up to $1.3 trillion. Green investment is essential, she said. The higher carbon prices, zero emissions by 2050 is a good aim to shoot for. They try to tax us on CO2, otherwise they just fucking ban it, and within 5 years every vehicle would be electric. It's not hard to convert vehicles. Get rid of your petrol, bruh. BP, fuck petrol off, mate. They won't do it. So stop talking out your fucking ass. Good for Bitcoin, eh? What does this mean for the almighty Bitcoin? Bitcoin is often thought to be uncorrelated with the world economy. A hedge against the efficiency of central banks, but this year more than ever, the price of the cryptocurrency has moved with the US stocks, excuse me, and crumbled along with them in mid-March, before recovering in tandem this summer. The IMF forecasts that this crisis is worse than the financial crisis of 2008. However, government's progress may impact Bitcoin's price. Interesting, eh? Interesting. Do you know what? Right, let's play her now.
We face what I have called a long ascent for the global economy, a climb that will be difficult, uneven, uncertain, and prone to setbacks. But it is a climb up, and we will have a chance to address some persistent problems. How? I see 3 imperatives. First, the right economic policies. Prudent macroeconomic policies and strong institutions are critical for growth, for jobs, for improved living standards. And policies must be for people. My second imperative. To reap the full benefits of sound economic policy, we must invest more in people. Just as the pandemic has shown that we can no longer ignore health precautions, we can no longer afford to ignore climate change. My third
obesity in there, love.
We focus on
alcoholism
because it is macro-critical, posing profound threats to growth and prosperity. It is also people-critical and planet-critical.
No, it's also people-critical and planet-critical. Nice accent, that. So, what's interesting is Mr. Fed, Chairman Powell, Fed Chairman Powell to speak about digital currencies next week at the IMF. Now, this says next week, but this was last week, so it's actually today. It's Monday. This was on the 15th, which is now the 19th. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will speak next week as part of a panel on the future of cross-border payments at the International Monetary Fund, IMF's annual meeting. Panelists will discuss the benefits and risks of cross-border digital currencies as well as their policy implications. The panel, which will be webcast, will start at 8 a.m. ET on Monday. ET Eastern Time. It's around 6 hours time, guys. The description is in the description. I nearly grew a stutter then. Also, on the panel will be Augustine Carstens, General Manager of the Bank of International Settlements, or BIS. There's Noor Shamsaya, Governor of the Bank of Negara, Malaysia. The Governor of Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, Ahmed Abdul Karim Akolof. Fucking hell, you got another name there. Ahmed Abdul Karim Akolof. Yeah, I'm going bad there, sorry. I actually started going African when the guy's clearly Arab. Whose central bank is collaborating with the United Arab Emirates? I'm sorry, Ahmed. I'm sorry, mate. Not that you're watching. It was not immediately known if Scott's remarks hurt Ahmed's feelings. It's not immediately known if Powell's remark will include thoughts on the digital dollar. But in the description, there she is. I mean, sorry about my screen, guys. Cross-border payments, a vision of the future. The IMF seminar event, day October the 19th, 2020, Monday, 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. on virtual. The seminar will discuss potential solutions to enhancing cross-border payments, the benefits and risks of cross-border use of digital currencies and their macro financial implications. Enhancing, macro's bigger, micro smaller, you knew that. Enhancing cross-border payments has become important global policy agenda to counter fragmentation and to facilitate continued orderly functioning of the international trade and financial system. Boom! So like I say, guys, all the links going to be in the description. I've got to F off to work. Like they say, invest in people. They're what I invest in people. We need to invest in ourselves, invest in yourself, invest in your hobbies, invest in your passion, turn them into revenue. Even if you don't care if it's 20 quid a month. What do you make off your hobbies at the moment? Nothing. Right, we'll try and make $50 a month off them. And then when you get there, try and push it to 100. And then when you get there, try and push it to 200 and then 300 and then $2,000 a month off hobbies. And then fucking quit your job because you don't fucking like it. Invest in internet value as well. You know the script. Live long and hodl it all until you're ready to let it go. Yeah, that is the dance. Save some for 2025 and beyond, guys, because it's gonna go off. And I might do a will soon just in case I'm not here at 2025 and I can be like, yo, distribute it accordingly. You don't have a will, it'll just get swallowed up off the government, mate. Inheritance tax bad enough as it is, but it's another video. I need to set my ledger up for Spark in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that video. It is coming. I will do it live so we can see how hard or easy it is. I've been getting pissed off with my ledgers at the moment because they all keep breaking, so should be fun. Should be fun. I'll do it by weekend, promise. So promise that. Spark, airdrop, how to on ledger by weekend. I'll do it live. I'll show you live. I'll just do it live on the screen. Fuck it. Yeah. Enjoy your week, guys. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. Yeah. We love crypto. We love XRP. And we love the fact the IMF actually look like they're ready to give some deeper information away, but I'm getting sick of this cross-border payment shit. It's cross-assets, internet of value, settlement. Start saying what it is and don't confuse people. Until the next one, peace.